Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you guys a cool little thing I discovered about Trailmakers dogfighting. It uses this little method for crazy air superiority. I've had crazy stability. I've won a lot more dogfights with this, and overall it's really great, and you can mess around with it too as I show you what it is and like basically how it works. So pretty much, for example, I have let me get it out real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I have this pretty massive plane I made. Yeah, I've just been slowly adding to it. It's been slowly upgrading over time. This is its current version right now, and it uses no gyros whatsoever, and it's a great plane, great for dogfighting. I've won lots of battles. It's very tanky, and there's one little secret it has that I haven't seen much people use lately, and it's using aiming servos as a way of canards for stability. So as you can see here, I'm not touching my keyboard with my left hand. It is just completely moving up and down with my mouse. And with that, I can get crazy dogfighting turns on people. So if I go like that, using my mouse and my W and S to move up and down, I'm able to get crazy turns on people. This is no gyros, by the way. And it's very stable. So if I'm... Okay, sometimes the rocket shoots itself. But if I'm trying to, for example, shoot at someone, I can aim up and down. I don't have to use my keyboard and overshoot like this. Oh, that happens. I've noticed that happens a lot to people and a lot to me, where you overshoot. But if you have the canards, you lessen that chance of overshooting. You can kind of fine-tune your shots. So like if there's someone right there, you can kind of go up and down and follow them with your mouse. Okay, so for actually applying these onto your build, I'm going to go over the best settings for the canards. I'm going to go over where to place them on your plane, and I'm going to go over their effectiveness. So first of all, we're going to go over the settings, the best settings for the canards. So if I take out my plane right here, if you look at it, you can see the aiming servos here and here. There's a reason why they're here, and I'll tell you guys that later in the video instead of back here. So if you go in here and go to the settings, I recommend having a button to switch them on or off, so you can look around your plane, like War Thunder, for example. When you're flying, you can look around your plane without having the plane move. So I attached mine to 5, so I press 5 on toggle to turn them on or off. And then the best settings for them are 45 degrees angle left, 45 degrees angle right. 60 is just way too much. 45 is the sweet spot for getting it perfect maneuverability. I mean, you could try going more or less depending on your play style. You can go less if you don't want to be as maneuverable, but you want that stability. So there's that. I put the speed at 2, obviously, for the maneuverability. If you want just a plane that's more stable, I recommend keeping it at 2, but if you want to put it lower, you can. I made it off by default. I did that because I don't want them on when I'm spawning in. I want to turn them on myself and be prepared. I keep them off a hold position for a reason, because they can reset back to the normal self after I turn them off, so I don't have to worry about manually resetting them. And verticality. I did it. Verticality checks. Turn that on. Just it stabilizes them better. It's overall better. So from that, you can see when I move it up and down, it only goes about 45 degrees angle. I don't know if you can see that in my right on my screen, but it only goes about 45 degrees. Same when I go down. And if I put it at 60, it would be way too much. It would just cause the plane to slow down. It'd be pretty much air brakes at that point. And then I put it at 2 for that extra fast maneuverability. It pretty much follows directly where my mouse goes, as you see. Let me go to a different setting so you can see a little better. It pretty much follows the exact same speed as my mouse, so that's really helpful. Okay, so next we're going to move on to where to place them on your plane. So as you can see on this plane here that I made, I do not have them in the back. This is for a very specific reason. If you put the canards in the back, the mouse aiming servos, they do not work as well. Okay, you kind of got to think of it as like the plane and the mouse. If the mouse is back in front, if the mouse is meant to be over here and moving up and down, when you move it up, if the canards go up, the canards are just going to always be the opposite direction. it doesn't really work. It's really hard to like adjust it like that. I mean, you can flip the other things the other way, but it gets really confusing for like the aiming servos to work. So putting in the front is just perfect overall. And I recommend not using it for yaw. It's really like really bad on yaw for aiming servos. But um overall, this has won me a lot of dogfights. This little feature by itself, it's just kept me more stable, kept me aiming. Yeah, so now we're going to talk about its effectiveness. It's kept me in the air really well. When I'm missing like half my plane and these aren't missing, they've kept me stable. They're pretty much just fly-by-wire systems, if you want to call it that. And I've had no need for gyros. It's just overall really great. And then a little secret I have is right here, I have a rocket attached to a left and right aiming servo. And this has been amazing for when someone's really close to me. I can turn towards them and just kind of rocket them. I kind of think of it as like a guided missile in a way. So if people complain like meh meh meh, it's just a guided missile. You know, it's nothing too crazy. It hits myself a lot, and it's only if you really get close to me. So it's not too much of a crazy advantage to the point where you're like, I don't know, being a bully at that point. Like it's like not gun spamming level worthy of like, hey, that's kind of annoying, you know. Same with these. Like it's nothing super crazy. Like for example, gyro spamming so your plane is fully stable and you don't even need to make it have wings, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty just straightforward. It's really useful and it can help out a lot of people. So I just want to share it. And overall, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.